Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Two news stories for you. First one is from Eritrea. Second news story is from Tigrayans. Sarah will share details with you, and she has a proposal as well about some future videos. She want to have your comments and suggestions too. First news story from Eritrea. Eritrea uh, is isolated when it comes to Eritrea West relations, Eritrea US relations. Though Eritrea definitely has good ties with the Chinese, with Russians, we cannot say it's internationally isolated. But when it comes to Eritrea West relations, Eritrea US relations, Eritrea is definitely isolated. Unlike other countries in the region, Ethiopia engaged with Europe, with America. Djibouti is hosting Westerners. Kenya is a key ally of Westerners, Americans. Eritrea has been part of Russian-Chinese camp. Why? Because Eritrea says that West and US back TPLF. That TPLF violated Algiers agreement. It did not agree to the implementation of Eritrea-Ethiopia Boundary Commission verdict. And back then, US and European powers backed TPLF. And the TPLF-led EPRDF waged war on Eritrea, and back then Western countries and US were backing TPLF. Instead of stopping TPLF, West and US imposed sanctions on Eritrea. Eritrea remained under sanctions. So Eritrea has not been on good terms with Western countries. No strategic partnership between the two sides. But it seems that one European country is planning to reach an agreement with Ethiopia, agreement for cooperation for 2 years. Interesting development because Eritrea calls Westerners as colonizers. Americans to Eritrea says these Westerners and Americans plundered African natural resources, and they want to rob Africa. Eritrea is in support of Russian Chinese intervention in Africa. It seems that things seem to be changing. If you remember, earlier this year, Eritrean Eritrean president visited a European country. He went to Italy. For 12 days, he stayed in Italy. In Italy Africa summit was held. I think it was a 2-day summit. There were several African leaders there who attended the summit. I think Abiy was there too from Ethiopia, if I'm not wrong. William Ruto from Kenya was also there. Hassan Sheikh as well. But and all African leaders returned after attending the summit, 2-day summit. Isaias Afwerki stayed there for 12 days. Now it seems that Italy and Eritrea are in talks for a bilateral agreement. Edmundo Ciriali is deputy foreign minister of Italy. And he was heard saying yesterday that he has a secret dream that Italy should be the first country to sign an agreement with Eritrea. Agreement for cooperation, for coordination, for 2 years. And I think this minister talked about this agreement in January too, when Isaias Afwerki was in Italy. It seems that some progress has been made towards the signing of this agreement between Eritrean government and Italian government. When Sasavaki visited Italy, he met with Giorgio Meloni, Italian foreign minister too, Italian prime minister as well. And after that too, some engagements have happened between the two sides, Italian and Eritrean governments. Overall, it's good to see the engagement between Eritrea and European countries. Isolation is not a solution. Cutting of ties is not a solution, though Eritrea has been accusing some European countries of adopting double standards when it comes to freedom of expression, freedom of speech, because we have seen several attacks by Eritrean opposition group Brigade Nihamido on pro-Eritrean government gatherings in several countries of Europe. And Brigade Nihamido is demanding that these pro-government gatherings, which are a source of instability, source of blackmailing, should be banned. And I think discussions have been held in a European country too, to which Eritrea objected. But when Isaias Afwerki was in Italy, did not see any protest, any rally by Brigade Nihamido against Isaias Afwerki. Maybe the Italian government did not allow people to take to the streets against Isaias Afwerki, and that led to some improvement of relations between Eritrea and Italy. And now they are heading towards signing of an agreement. So we'll have to wait how strategic this agreement would be. What will be included? When Afwerki was in Italy, he visited several key installations in Italy. Maybe Eritrea would be hoping to get technological assistance from Italy. Italy can help Eritrea in several sectors. But let's see. Overall, it's a very positive development. As I said earlier, cutting off ties is not a solution. Eritrea has every right to criticize the West. At the same time, engagement should continue. Healthy discussion should be promoted. Now, second news story about plight of Tigrayans. Sarah worked on it. Over to Sarah.
Hi there, it's me Sarah, and today I have one news story for you. But before that, one news story, I have a proposal for you. So, we are planning a special video, a Q&A video, and you can ask some questions about me and my father. You can ask any type of questions under this video, and we will take up those questions in that special Q&A video. So, now a story. I have one news story for you. This is that Tigray Communication Affairs Bureau has published a post, and this post is about the plight of Tigrayan refugees in Sudan. So, I have details for you about that. And Tigray Communication Affairs Bureau is saying that people are suffering in Sudan. The refugees are suffering in Sudan. So, I have details for you. So, let's start. So, we all know that in November 2020, a war broke out between TPLF and the federal government. And then by 70,000 Tigrayans, they went to Sudan, they were displaced. But in Sudan, UN is taking care of those refugees. By the way, we all know that the Pretoria deal, it was signed in 2022 between TPLF and federal government, and now this is 2024. It has been 1.5 years. There is no sign of the returning of IDPs or refugees. So, in southern zone, the southern zone, which is disputed between Amhara region and Tigray region, Amhara says that the southern zone is part of Amhara, but Tigray says that southern zone is a part of Tigray. So, viewers, in recent days, Tigray fighters entered southern zone and then they captured large parts of southern zone. and Amhara government in southern zone was dismantled, and Amhara militias they were expelled, and 10,000 Amharas they fled southern zone. So there's on one side Tigrayans are being displayed, and on the other hand, Amharas are also being displaced. But the people who are being displaced, who has been displaced, the refugees in Sudan, the Tigrayans in Sudan, and the IDPs, they should return home. Federal government should ensure the safe return of the refugees from Sudan and the IDPs. But recently, Amhara government issued a statement in which they said that Tigray fighters should they should withdraw from the southern zone. So Amhara government says that the people Amharas are being displaced, and by the way, indirectly military helped Tigray fighters to enter that southern zone. So now the federal government should ensure the safe return of refugees from Sudan and the IDPs, because the Pretoria deal was signed in 2022 between TPLF and federal government. So it has been 1.5 years. There is no sign of the returning of IDPs or refugees. So the federal government should ensure the safe return of those refugees from Sudan and the IDPs. They should return to their homes safely. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe.